Hey everybody, how you doing? Today I'll be reviewing a movie called Blackwater Valley Exorcism, also known as the Exorcism of Isabella or Isabel. I know this is movies on Tubi TV. You can check it out now, but I want to go by this title instead because it is the original title, Blackwater Valley Exorcism, and it's catchy and not predictable. Why you could tell they changed the title. There's just to be more eye opener. How many exorcism of this and that we have hit all movies lately? Too many, too many. But this movie, I'm gonna be honest with you. Even though I hear a lot of bad reviews for this film, which I did heard about this movie before, but when I heard the bad reviews for this, I turned away from it. But then I had time to see it. It was on Tubi, so click on it and see what this movie's really about. It is this whole movie is not a full blown horror. It's more like more drama, soap opera, with the horror element added to it. It's one of those type of movies that you always have to have horror to add in more drama than it already is already. And I personally enjoyed the movie. I didn't think it was a bad movie. The acting wasn't so it was not so great. I feel like the acting was more like spoofing on exorcism movies in general. It's one of those acting that they believe in that world type of thing acting. While as a viewer watching this movie, you find the movie kind of comical when you think about it. But anyway, let's get let's fast forward as I usually have to do a little stretch intro sometimes in my reviews. But the movie's about this daughter of this rancher. You- Later on, the rancher, the family finally confess and reveal to themselves with the priest. They finally convince themselves that their daughter is actually possessed. It's not a mental issue. And as you find out later in the movie, between the exorcism and the family, that there's a whole drama going on with this family. Some rumors, some dark secrets. And you ask yourself, did this really happen, or is it the demon itself trying to influence the people around the demon, around the possessed person, to convince their family that you did wrong, or other people around that want to join in the exorcism to stop the to help this girl out, even their secrets being revealed, as the demons try to weaken them, by betrayal, um, possible physical and sexual abuse possibility. We don't know if it's true or not because the demon is kind of like trying to reveal, and try to convince, hey, you guilty, you did this, or this is what's happening. And there's a lot of drama, a lot of soap opera going on with this family and the people around the town. Like that doctor getting involved, a priest that had a history with one of the family members. As the older sister comes back to help out to find out what's going on. But a lot of drama in this movie, man. As for the horror elements, I think the horror elements was enjoyable. It's your typical exorcism scene in movies usually. And some of my reviews might hear me repeat that over and over again, but it's true. It's just a typical exorcism scene, very well grounded. I do like the excuse me, demonic possession effect of how when the girl becomes like a demonic form, and there's also like a ending to it because let's say there's another possible threat in this movie that actually would cause a possible exorcism towards the daughter. So it's like another drama added into this movie and more drama, which is kind of sad. I mean, you may have the happy ending, but you also have your sad elements towards the end once the family start find out what happened. Later towards the movie, which it isn't shown in the movie, but later on you could tell they're gonna find out what's really happened. So let's just say the ending is good and bad in both ways. But all in all, Blackwater Valley Exorcism, I say check it out. Like I say, it's also known as the Exorcism of Isabel or Isabella. If I got to tell the daughter's name wrong, I apologize. Also, there is a prequel to this movie, which was interesting because when I went on IMDb, they say this was a prequel for this. There was a prequel for this movie, but it doesn't deal with demonic exorcism. It deals with a serial killer of, I guess, the Blackwater town. You know, but I don't know. It's kind of confusing because the way the sheriff was handling this in this movie, it's kind of weird. Well, yeah, whatever. They say it's prequel. Okay, what it's called Brutal. So that's also on Tubi TV. But also the title was changed for that movie to his original title called Blackwater Valley. Oh shit, I just forgot. Oh, Blackwater Valley Serial Killer, I think they call it. But yeah, you can check it out. Go on IMDb, you could search for it. But yeah. So anyway, like I said, Blackwater Valley Exorcism. I say give it a chance. You know, like I said, it's on Tubi TV, so hey, it's free, right? Anyway, peace. See you later, guys and gals, and over and out.